Alie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, fire away, dude.
What?
Fire away, dude.
Oh. Yes or no? Finding the right hair color for you, Alie, can be a challenge.
What color is my hair right now?
Burgundy.
Yeah, was that on purpose?
No.
Did I need to use E-Salon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. You can scratch that.
No, it's great. E-Salon offers professional grade, leave that in, completely personalized hair color that's created just for you and delivered right to your door. Alie, you fucking need this.
I need it so much. This is the last time I will color my hair without taking the steps to get the right color. I grabbed a color off the shelf. It was the wrong color. My hair is maroon now.
Don't do it. Alie, do you love questionnaires?
Yes.
Here's a hair questionnaire. Upload your photo and a personal colorist will formulate your individually blended color from over 15,000 pigments.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need E-Salon and a time machine to go back to yesterday.
Totally. Well, they've got you covered. There's 100% satisfaction guaranteed if you're not happy, Alie.
Oh God, I need
with
this.
your color. It will give you a free reformulation or refund.
I think anything's better than what I did to myself before.
I mean, you look cute.
Thanks, dude. But you know what? I like that the color doesn't fade. Like they have the grays covered. Because I get some grays every once in a while.
I mean, at 23 years old, our gray is like pretending to start to come in.
I know. It's probably because we're such big thinkers.
We're so young.
So you can visit esalon.com/slumberparty, all one word. And do that. You get 50% off your first order. So that's $10 for your personalized hair color, which is crazy because the last time I got my hair colored in a salon, it was like $180.
Dude, you can do it your freaking self. I've been doing it my freaking self for years and years.
Yeah, I really got the wrong color. So I need to use eSalon. You get 50% off your first box at esalon.com/slumberparty. So go do that. Don't be an Alie Ward.
Send us photos too. Hashtag it at, I don't know, Alie in Georgia. Let's see your hair.
Yeah, just tag us in it on Instagram. Let's see your pictures.
Let's do it.
I want to look at your hair.
Bye. Listen, you shouldn't have to stretch your budget to buy jeans with a little give. High-end denim can cost hundreds of dollars, but bargain brands don't offer the same level of style and comfort.
Yeah. You can't get some jeans that cost you hundreds of dollars and have to do a juice cleanse to get into them.
Totally. So Distilled, spelled DSTLD, they've revolutionized the fashion industry with their timeless luxury grade denim. So you get jeans that would normally cost you hundreds starting at just $65.
Yeah. They eliminate these crazy markups because they refuse to work with middlemen.
Refuse. They ship directly to you for free and guarantee the fit, or they'll send you a new pair until they're perfect. Distilled jeans are built to last and will be a staple in your closet for years.
They also have a bunch of fall jackets. So if you're like into a classic denim or you want like a bomber jacket, you can just expect the same level of quality.
Okay. And so for a discount, go to dstld.com/feral and you'll get $10 off your first order.
That's
d.com/feral for $10 off. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Feral Audio.
Please sit back and enjoy Slumber Party with Alie in Georgia.
Georgia, there's her mom.
Hi, Mom. Oh my God, you guys.
Georgia's mom is here. It's all good.
Mom.
You guys, thank you for coming to Slumber Party. I guess you guys listened to this on Feral Audio.
Yeah. Awesome.
Good
thank
job.
you. This is Slumber Party.
Yeah, welcome to my living room, transported somewhere on Melrose Avenue. This is actually what we record in. This is a teepee I made out of stuff from Home Depot for $60, and I've gotten a little bit of flack on Instagram because they're like, "That's not legit."
You guys,
I'm
people
like,
are pissed off that she's like ripping off like Native American culture.
I know.
I mean,
I have so much. The thing is, I have so much reverence for it that I'm like, I'm a poser, but in like the most fawning way.
I don't think
so
this
I was
is
like. Yeah, so anyway.
If this is like a porn, it'd be really offensive, but it's not. It's a freaking podcast.
No, we have not shot a single porn in here yet. Our email address is allieandgeorgia@gmail.com, though.
Send her hate mail.
You guys are into
there.
that. So you guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This is our first live show.
Yeah, it's true.
It's our first podcast ever with a piano in the background. But we actually do wear this stuff when we record, but we never wear makeup.
No,
Ever.
this is all
Ever.
fake. This part's
Never.
fake. Sorry, guys.
I know. I felt
bra. Why the fuck would I
No
wear
bras.
a bra? Like
No
for
bras.
a podcast. No.
We wear tons of sweat because we're usually in this thing and like it's 1,000,000 degrees, and our guest is like, I don't like this, and we're like, shut up.
Yeah, it's usually haunted. I tried really hard to find out like if anyone had ever died here. So that, like, because Alie
This
loves
place?
ghost stories. Yeah.
Or did they?
No, I couldn't find anyone.
Well, what's the deal?
I don't know.
Did anyone OD here? Did anyone OD?
Someone is
after
ODing
doing
it. Someone is fucking OD'd here.
Oh my god!
Please.
What if they're like, that was my last gig and I killed and it killed me?
I killed and it killed me.
I don't know.
Should we see what we learned this week?
Yeah, let's see what
Here,
we
give me
learned.
my,
I learned that this pillow sucks.
I know this isn't going to work for very long. You guys want to see what I cross-stitched?
Do you want to see what I made her turn around before?
Listen, it's a Dead Kennedys lyric. It's punk, you guys. I'm punk. I'm
Sure
punk.
it is. It's a way of life. But yeah, I was like, Georgia,
Here,
let's
give me
turn that
my
around.
Give me my blue situation.
Oh, here. Wait, what's your blue?
It's
situation?
blue. If you, I've been holding
Here.
onto it all night.
We just put our phones in a banana purse. You guys don't judge us. Don't
Let me
judge.
see.
I mean, do.
Okay, you say what you learned this week. Oh my
Okay.
god. Wait, no, I think it's right here.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I found it was not Allie's fault.
Anywho,
Blaming
welcome
it
to
on
the slumber
Alie.
party. Pretend it's midnight and everyone's a tired 7-year-old.
Okay. Hey, Alie, what did you learn this week?
Okay. What did I learn?
Yeah.
First off, welcome to slumber party, you guys.
Yes,
thank you for
thank
fucking
you.
coming.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Slumber Party is our podcast on Feral Audio, and it's Slumber Party themed, clearly. And
Yeah.
Slumber Party asks questions. We're going to have a guest coming up we're going to ask all kinds of Slumber Party questions
Yep.
too.
It's gonna knock your onesie off, you guys. It's gonna be tight.
That was
It's gonna
great.
be amazing.
That was amazing.
So
we
what I
start
learned.
with-
This always happens. I feel like we're like, what'd you learn? I'm like, I learned 2 things. One of them sucks. One of them's awesome. And then I tell you the one that's awesome, and you're like, that sucks. Tell me the one that sucks, and then you're like, that's awesome.
Which one do you like better?
I don't know. Okay. I'll start with the one that you're gonna think that sucks a
Okay.
little bit, and then I'll go over it quickly.
Okay, it's an insect situation.
No.
Okay, what is it? Alie loves insects.
It's about NASA. Is that lame? Okay, so I went to JPL. I got this tour of JPL.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
Yes, which is in Pasadena or Flint Ridge, La Cañada. Too many names.
Stop. Nobody
Tiny
cares.
town. Don't worry about it. So I got this tour of JPL. I got a hookup, and they're like, "Come, I'll give you this tour." And I got to see the Curiosity rover, the engineering model. Do you guys know about what Curiosity is? You guys, okay, so they put this thing that's like the size of like a Cadillac on fucking Mars, and they're like, "Well, anyone up here?" And so far, they're like, Nope, it's just you and your dumb car. But it's like billions of dollars. And so I got to tour the facility and I got to poke around. And on the tires of the Curiosity rover, which landed like to much fanfare in August of 2012. It's
Simpler times.
I know, am I right? Were we in a recession then? I don't know. So there was the tires make a pattern that in Morse code says JPL. So it's like, it's like if you have
super
sweet
cool
kicks and you're like, you see my tracks? I was here. It's like having your initials.
You know what I actually learned recently is that Thomas Edison, I could be totally wrong about the famous person,
dog.
taught his second wife Morse code so that then when they were hanging out with her like shitty family, they could be like, "Fuck, my mom is an idiot. I hate her," and like tap each other, be like, "Let's get the fuck out of here." Thinking about your boobies, like that kind of thing.
Oh,
God,
date a
how
nerd.
romantic is that?
Date a nerd, you guys. Date a cruel, secretive nerd is what you should do. God,
Cute.
that's so great. So that's the main thing.
I love that.
Are you cool? And then there's more about life on Mars.
No,
that we can do
we're
without
good.
there.
We're good.
I know you don't. Okay, what did you learn?
Okay, what did I learn? Well, okay, so I'm reading this. I bought this like coffee table book called Past Objects by Scott Jordan, and it's basically this fucking like dude in New York since he was a kid has gone digging in quarries with a metal detector, which is like my dream life.
Where were his parents?
Who cares where his parents were?
His parents were like, you get the metal detector, come back,
Later
we're gonna
days.
bone. We need like 25 minutes.
Basically, so he's been finding. So you know how like in part of New York, the piers are like layers of garbage that like decades have used as garbage dumps.
Yeah,
and
they
then
filled
build
it
over
in with your trash.
Right. So when they're excavating to build a building from the bottom, he like sneaks in there at night and like digs around and finds like the 1600s like trash.
What do you find?
So he has this book of like all the things he's found. Oh my god, I love it.
He found a space rover.
Okay, so you know how we both love idioms,
Yes.
which is the behind the scenes of why
Why do we say this dumb phrase that doesn't mean anything? Here's the thing behind it.
Right.
A whole 9 yards.
the whole 9
Shit.
yards, blah blah. Okay, so he in this book he found one that is bite the bullet. because here's the thing: he found a bullet he found a 1600 musket ball at the bottom of a river landfill on Old Slip and South Street. Anyone know where that is in New York?
I don't.
Great,
Anyone?
Great.
No.
And this musket thing has teeth marks in it because when they used to on soldiers, drill on soldiers, before they had like drugs, they would have to bite onto a bullet when they got surgery. So it was called bite the bullet.
No. They're like, here's this deal. I'm going to open up your leg, and then you're going to bite on this lead thing that will also kill you. Like, that's horrible. That's terrible.
And interesting though, so I found another, because I know we love idioms, like let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, what is
you know
that
where that's
from? Is it have something to do with drowning your child?
No. No, it's a little more dark than that.
Okay, all right, good.
In London,
that was embarrassing. Okay, what was it?
In London in the 1700s, there used to be this common street fraud where these dudes who were selling pigs out of like street carts would like switch it out for a cat. So they'd be like, let the cat out of the bag to make sure it's not a cat and it's a pig. You know
who
what
would buy a pig in a bag and be like, that's
people.
probably a pig?
It's like people. Fascinating. So interesting,
the
right?
Worst. That's number one. That's the worst business practice ever. Because you're like, that's funny because it's actually cat shaped. Like who wouldn't?
It's going round.
I want an idiom about like keep the cat in the bag where you're like, don't tell me shit. I don't want to know anything. If you're cheating on me, just keep it in the bag. Keep it in the bag. Keep lying to me. I don't know.
No.
Should we see what our guest learned?
Yeah.
You guys.
We
have this guest that we are so nervous around because he's so much cooler than us. But his name is Dan Harmon. He is the creator of Community. He's a genius. Harmontown. Get his ass up to the fort.
Pajamas, you guys.
Pajams. Get your ass up here. Dan Harmon.
Hi. He did this.
You guys, I would be absolutely content if I found out this was all a hallucination, by the way.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Dan Harmon, you're in onesies. Where the hell did you get that?
Yeah.
Don't tell us. Maybe don't tell us. I don't know. Your fiance, Erin, is lovely. I don't know what you guys are into. Keep the cat in the bag.
She has an old prospector fetish.
Sure.
I have a big rubber double-barreled shotgun
A cigar.
that functions as a marital aid.
Are you like, I'm mining for gold?
I tell her to get off my property.
Good.
But then right before she does, I go like, just kidding, get on my property.
I love it.
You're gonna touch her in the nuggets. I don't know.
I
don't know how I didn't even think of. I should have thought that through.
What did you learn?
What did you learn
this week?
Well, I learned first and foremost this week that when you guys do your What I Learned This Week segment, you actually mean educational stuff.
Well, no, you could do anything.
Because I was thinking like, I learned my cab driver's a dick.
That's perfect. That's educational.
I was just running down the list. I learned that Sandra Bullock still got it in that Gravity movie. Good on her. Hasn't she had kids? So the thing that I had prepared, because I really did learn this week, and I don't know how pervasive a phenomenon Uber is in Los Angeles.
Every single asshole here took Uber, I think, right? All of
Don't
you.
call our guest asshole.
I'm just saying all of us are, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But everyone who drinks takes an Uber because it costs like $20 as opposed to a DUI, which is like you kill a person.
Yeah. No, I love to drink, and it was like but I didn't want to interact with cab drivers, and so Uber is great for everybody, women, children that would have otherwise encountered me on the street. But I found the fatal flaw of Uber. I thought everything was perfect about it.
Oh no!
So I learned that there is kind of a flaw in it. If you Uber all the time, then you're going to be Ubering all the time from the same locations. So let's just say hypothetically that you live near a really bad Uber driver.
Oh, you're going to see him all the time.
He always is going to be the one to grab because you can't pick. So it's like, Armand's on his way.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
You can pick.
And the reason why, and then Armand's not on his way. It says 6 minutes, and the car's doing little animations, but that motherfucker he's watching. Sean Save the World. I don't know what. Like he's just hanging out, and he just like grabbed the fare. And then I'm like, then I tried to cancel for the first time I ever tried to cancel an Uber. I'm gonna get another guy. And then I started over. Armand's on his way again.
No.
And I hate Armand. I'm gonna give him so few stars when he gets here because that's my control as a consumer. Armand pulls up. Oh hey. I'll get the door for you, bro. And I get in and I
5-star him.
And fuck you if you're offended by my Armenian impression.
Yeah, that
I think it's spot on. I have a lot of Armenian friends, and I think it's very sensitive
Again, Alie and Georgia
authentic.
at gmail.com.
was. Yeah, just email us at Alie and Georgia.
But
CC our lawyer.
then pulls up to my work, and I'm thinking like I always give these guys 5 stars because why would I don't know.
No, don't give him the stars, dude.
And then he pulls up, and I'm like finally I'm gonna give somebody less than 5 stars.
Yeah, do it.
The power, the consumer's power. And then he pulls up and then he goes like, here you go. And then he turns around in his seat and he goes like, hey, I don't know if you know, but we're neighbors.
Oh.
I live like 2 doors down from you.
You live in such a nice neighborhood, which makes me want to sign up for Uber as a driver.
Well, I was going to say that I live in a really shitty neighborhood, so
Yeah.
whenever I call for an Uber, it's like 10 dudes like next door to me are like, hey, we live in shitty apartments too. We're going to drive you
Wait,
around.
but Armin lives you live in a really nice house.
Yeah, you really live in a nice neighborhood.
Hey,
how
Armin,
much do Uber
did
dudes
something
make?
about my bad Armenian accent make you think that he wasn't taking
No,
care of his family?
I'm just saying,
I think he's that Las Feliz is full of like really well-heeled Armenian people.
you have
They
nationality
got good
aside,
businesses
though.
and
Getting
they-
dark. I
No,
feel
but
like
nationality
it's going the
aside,
wrong way.
you have the power to have someone not pick you up, and it's not like a thing that you can press, but you can just be terrible, and then they see you and they're like, Harmon, fuck that dude, and they never will pick you up again. So you just need to vomit in there. You need to talk about Armenians.
So you need to be the
I
shitty
think I'm
one.
a
You need to
person.
try to load a llama in the trunk, and then he's like, oh, that guy? Hell
I can't
no.
give my neighbor less than 5 stars.
No,
And
yes, you
can't.
can.
No, I didn't. So
Give
there.
him 0 stars. This is the thing. This is why. Part of this is that you're not a girl. But part of what you learn as a woman is that you have to make people feel bad about them so that they don't contact you. I'm just being realistic because imagine if a guy's like, hey, and then you have to be like, no, dude, and then maybe he'll not try to pick you up so much. Am
What do
I
you say,
right?
no, did you smell? Or you
No,
insult them?
you show him through a number 1 star that you're not interested in his ride, and because what else are you going to do? You can't say yes to everyone. I'm not pointing at you guys because I probably would say yes to all of you. I can't. It's dark in here, but I'm pretty sure. But you just have to be terrible. Is what you have to do. You have to be terrible.
How do you feel about that?
Be terrible.
I'm 41. I'm never going to do anything different.
Is that the cutoff?
I'm just sort of paralyzed socially. He's my neighbor. Gave him 5 stars.
No.
Him acknowledging us as neighbors made me realize that all his transgressions weren't really that bad.
No.
And also I was scared and I just I don't know. I just was kind of. I'm always going to be that. I can't.
That's like me sexting a guy who's a felon with halitosis and being like, I don't know why he keeps going over. You can't. You have to have
But at
some
the same
control.
Have you guys
Fine.
ever under tipped somebody punitively? Because I can't do that either. And
I got
none of that
tipped a
makes any
quarter
sense. I just
Yeah.
always go 20%, and then because
too.
I'm bad at math, I kind of round up, and you could be the worst weight person ever, and I just still because then I think about it, I go oh here's the point where I'm supposed to do this, and I go, well, what kind of dick punishes somebody financially for having?
you don't have to reward them.
My anger thing will be 15%.
Damn.
That's when I'm.
them's
really
fighting
pissed me
percents.
off.
But then that's just you doing more math because they're a shitty waiter.
Fucking do math? Yeah, fuck you. I got tipped a quarter, and the worst part about that was 2 worst parts. I was 16. And I was not good. Don't awe. I was an idiot. I was bad at my job. I was like, I don't know. Did you order something? But the worst part about it, the biggest offense was that it was for a tuna melt. And I was like, what kind of fuck orders a tuna melt here? At this horrible place. Don't trust the tuna here.
Dan, have you ever worked in the service industry? Have you ever waited tables or bartender?
I was a dishwasher at a rehab center.
Oh my god!
I gotta go.
Tell
I have
us
to leave.
everything.
And then they gave me a promotion, so I got to serve the rehab people.
That's my dream job.
And after a week of that, I went back and I said, "Make me a dishwasher again." And the manager was like, "But that pays a quarter less." I'm like, "No, why? It pays not having to talk to rehab people more." and they still stick their heads through the dish window and go like, "Hey man, how's it going?"
Oh dear.
What would like a Richie place, or was it like a?
It was the worst of all worlds because it was in Milwaukee. It was during the 90s.
I'm sorry. I've never been there.
And it was a sort of like this. I have a lot of issues about class and like I don't know. No, I don't. Addiction. If you're addicted to something, you can be my best friend. Let's go hang out.
Wait, well, what class were you raised in?
I had no real guff with the patients. I think they were kind of annoying, but it was just a bad environment because all of these people's family members had dumped them into this place that they thought was like a hospital, but it wasn't a hospital. It was like a place that had figured out how to take your insurance money, and there wasn't a single doctor in the fucking building. No. There wasn't a single person that had ever gotten above a master's degree ever, and they were just hanging out with these anorexics and pyromaniacs and coke addicts and just like telling them reassuring things until their insurance ran out.
When I was in rehab once.
Oh yeah, do you guys know this about Georgia? Hands up who knows about Georgia's history.
Yeah,
like a couple of listeners.
Okay, Mom,
Georgia, drop that bomb.
Remember that, Mom? I was in rehab, and when I left, I was 14, and
wait, you were in rehab? You glossed over that so hard.
Well, this is what I was saying. When I left, the chick said like there was like a counselor, quote like counselor.
It was
and
Matt.
She said,
"She's cool though."
Alie, Jesus Christ!
No, everyone knows you said this on our podcast.
She said,
I just realized these people exist. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey guys.
I know what you paid for, so
there it is.
I know what brought you in based on the poster. It was like,
I'm sorry. I said it was.
She said, "You'll be back." That's all she said to me. You'll be back.
She said that to you? What a bitch.
I'm sorry, was that a counselor or was that a...
It was just some, intern counselor, yeah.
Wait, how old was she?
Now that I'm looking back, 20.
What a whore.
I'm like, bitch. And I wasn't back.
And by the way, and Georgia has not been back. And Georgia had like a rough patch in her youth, and then she's like not the meth poster. She's like the, you got
and
it
now
straight.
I'm in front of a teepee.
Now she's in front of a teepee. So I'm going to say round of applause for Georgia for not being on meth. I'm going to say that. Because some people are like, this is my life. Not Georgia Hardstark. She's like, watch this. I'm going to wear cute outfits.
That reminds me, we were talking about
people who
cut themselves backstage.
Well, we weren't talking about people who cut themselves backstage.
No.
We were backstage talking about people who cut themselves.
That's why he's their showrunner and I'm not.
Yeah, it's...
I'm sure that happens backstage.
But if you want to talk about the former topic, Chris Rock, for instance.
Shut up.
Yeah,
no,
a lot of people don't know that. Cuts himself backstage.
You're lying. Carrot Top.
Carlos Mencia cuts himself backstage.
On what?
For him, it's just on his ambition. Like, it's just, I don't know.
That'll do it.
Have you ever been, what's the most nervous you've ever been, do you think? Let's talk about nerves. What's the most nervous you've ever been? Oh, actually, we have a new segment for you guys who are here live today. Should we do this one?
Do it. I don't know what you're talking about. Do it.
Okay, it's a new segment. We've never done this before. It's called Just Kill Me. And it's the most embarrassing moment that you can recollect and tell a bunch of strangers or friends.
We've both been pantsed, so...
We've both been pantsed.
Feel free to...
I'll go first. Do you want to hear my most shameful moment?
Sure, yeah.
I farted in 7th grade. And I was new to this school.
Only time she's ever
nice.
Really? Oh, I have no idea. We're going to talk later. I'm going to hug you so much.
I feel like for as many girls, like as much as we worry about like getting our period and like white jeans or whatever.
Oh,
like,
white jeans. Fuck white jeans.
I feel like that's like nothing compared to dudes like accidental boners. Does that happen? Is that like a thing?
Oh yeah. We just shifted from Just Kill Me to Georgia's other new segment. Georgia wanted to do this segment, and I was like, I don't know if we can. It's called Stiff as a Board.
I'm 41. They haven't been accidents in years.
I know, but like when that happened, were you like, what is it like? I mean, losing our hair will never.
From the age of 11, I don't know if that makes me an early bloomer or not, to like 29 or whatever. It's just like uncontrolled. The grade school was the worst. Like I like it was just always just like this little paneling nail like just sitting down there. And I would like the day I discovered while watching Mork and Mindy that if I looked at Pam Dauber and went like this on the pillow. And then all of a sudden, it was like there was a couple days of that. It was like, I like Pam Dauber. She's a good actor. I like this pillow. I like Mork and Mindy. I like being in 5th grade. And then one day doing that, I was like, and I was like, I like everything. I like Earth. I like that. I like.
Oh wow!
And then doing that, and then a couple of weeks of that, and then there was the day because I was like, oh, you know what? Well, I don't know. This gets too graphic, probably.
No, we're past that. We're past that. We're
and then
so
there,
far beyond.
but that was all previous to the day that like any kind of liquid came out. Like I was just a kid, and I here's the thing about me growing up. Like my mom and my brother, between the two of them, like trying to coach me and mentor me in how your body works, terrorized me into my mom took me aside once, and the way she explained stuff like my brother was 5 years older than me, so he was constantly obsessed with because he was into it before I was, so he was always watching me like a hawk. He couldn't wait to haze me about it. It was like if I'd go to the bathroom, I'd come out and he's like, "Did you jerk off in there?" And then my mom would come in and go like, "Douglas, stop it!" And then she'd turn to me and go like, "Daniel, playing with yourself is a perfectly natural thing. It's fine it's all fine to have an urge to touch yourself, and when you do, that's absolutely fine." And I go, "Thank you. Oh my God, you two."
Okay, but Daniel,
so then I never wanted to touch myself. So then, but here's the thing about the 12-year-old brain. Like or at least before the internet, like I thought that humping pillows wasn't touching myself. I was getting one over on all these people that couldn't wait for me to jerk off. And I was like, wait, no, I'm Einstein. I have created a virtual woman.
You found a loophole. You found the loophole.
I have like 3 Pam Daubers on my couch. There's Batgirls in every nook and cranny of an apartment if you look hard enough. And then I started making I started turning into the Tesla of jerking off with I had a toilet paper tube that I put cotton balls on the inside of. I was like, this is fucking great. This is Kelly McGillis and I'm Tom Cruise and I'm not masturbating. I'm a genius.
Cotton balls?
Yeah, cotton balls.
Any kind of but do you need some kind of lubricant?
No.
Cotton
You don't need any kind of lubricant when you're 12.
Wait. Everything we've learned about hand jobs is wrong because cardboard and absorbent cotton is good for jerking off. That's everything. What's that, the sandpaper rule? What are you talking about?
12 years old. You're not. That's a totally different world.
But I don't know. Once in a blue moon, you're alone at home. Aaron's out of town, and you're like, hey, and you look at the toilet paper, and you're like,
no.
Hey, I remember you.
No, at some point I realized, you know what? I think I'm allowed to jerk off with my hand. I think they had one over on me.
You're at 24.
But what was
Were you Catholic? Were you raised Catholic? What?
No, I wasn't.
You?
It was just giving people satisfaction. Like I was like, I don't want. They keep talking about how it's okay for me to touch myself. I'm never going to touch myself. I don't like these people. They're parasites.
Well, I was raised Jewish, and it was like, why aren't you touching yourself? Like,
are you kidding me?
Why are you not normal?
Oh, I don't. My parents have never talked to me about sex. I didn't know what a boner was until high school. I was like, it changes. I had no idea. My parents don't talk about deodorant. The word tampon never been uttered in my house. We were just like, you're an android? That's funny. I'm an android also.
I sometimes wonder. I go back and forth between parents here raising kids in a world with an internet where you can even with a parental blocker, YouTube is covered with I hear
so much.
Like just stuff, and so you pity today's parent. How can you possibly control a kid in such a raging sea of chaos? But then I remember my mom's big sex talk, which was to tell me when a man sees a naked lady, sometimes he gets so excited that his penis stands up and dances around and white stuff comes out of it.
Oh, that's adorable.
And I compare that to the internet and just go, what's the difference? Which one of these environments is gonna is?
You know what? I just say double up on your birth control, no matter what.
What? Just
all of the above.
So what you should do is get a dog.
Should we ask
get a dog?
Party question?
Yeah. Are you ready for another one?
It's Bananagram.
Oh yeah. This is my banana pouch. That is not a metaphor for sex, you guys. Banana pouch does not mean what you think it means.
Let's ask
just
this.
Don't.
What's this?
Don't.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's late at night.
It's late at night. No, you go.
You get home. It's been a night. It's been long. You want to go have a snack, and you don't want to be too fucking complicated, but it's also like indulgent. What's your midnight snack that like you would never eat in the light of day?
Yeah. Doink.
Well, my fiance cooks a lot, and she leaves out a lot of containers of sprinkles and things that I will
Just do a
sometimes
line of them.
I'll just reach in with my fingers and just eat sprinkles.
Sprinkles? Like the aren't those called jimmies in some parts
yeah,
of the
weird.
I think that may actually be
That is a thing.
a antiquated racist connotation.
Oh, I think you're
I'm not
right.
kidding.
Don't email me. Don't email me. I didn't know.
No, I think you're right.
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, you didn't know. But
I didn't know. I read a thing where it's like you call it pop if you live in Michigan, and you call it a racist term if you live in California. I don't know.
Someone told me that the term Joe for coffee is the same thing.
No way.
This idea. This was like diminishing African American people. Like we give them names like Uncle Ben's Rice. You know, like you give your servant like a name like Joe, Ben, Joe.
No, stop.
So it's like a cup of Joe is like that's
abort,
Joe.
Abort. That has nothing to do with abortions. No.
Well, enjoy your coffee.
No, I had no idea.
You fucking oppressors.
No.
It's something we ought to think about more often.
Luckily, I let.
Should we? Do we? We already do. We
What?
have Xanax. Think about it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like just making sure you're not. Did you guys read today on what was it? The thing about the girl at yoga?
Oh dear.
Did you see this?
Oh wait, I thought you were going to say this for your fuck that. Jordan's
No, I
like,
don't
I
care.
can't think of anything I hate. And I was like, have you read the news? Because everyone's terrible. Like not everyone, but
Okay,
some
what's
people.
your midnight snack?
Oh, I can't. I mean,
Sprinkles.
I'm 41. I haven't. I mean,
Like, what's your culmination of like your ideal? Like, this is the thing that I would eat. Well, no one's looking.
It's like tiptoe food where you're like, oh shit, and then you just
Like you eat
get
it
in there.
standing up in your kitchen. What's yours?
Oh God! Do you guys want to know?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I did this week? Well,
Yes.
this is one thing I learned this week is that if there is a tub of cookie dough, because you can buy cookie dough in a roll if you're a fucking amateur, or you can buy it in something that's like 4 times the size of a margarine container if you are having friends over.
I've seen it.
Oh, I forgot to invite them. And then the next thing you know, there's no more of the cookie dough left, and you're standing over your sink, and you're like, oh, fuck it. And then, yeah, I did that today. I said
Were we
goodbye.
supposed to bring cookies to this?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, Aaron brought us a...
yes.
Oh, my God.
My betrothed made a cake for you guys.
Okay,
She's
so
been on our
Erin
podcast, if you
McGathy.
guys listen.
Who here knows of Erin McGathy? This Feels Terrible, right? This
Another
Feels Terrible
Feral Audio.
on Feral Audio. She does a podcast about terrible relationships, and we were on it once, and it was so terrible that we didn't air it. Stop it! Oh, God.
Hold this.
I'm having a problem.
She's also, if you do like hashtag ugly cakes by McGathy.
Ugly Cakes by McGathy. I'm having a Mork and Mindy moment right now, you guys.
Oh my.
Oh, shit, dog. What?
There's a little Alie and a little Georgia on there.
This is better than any boyfriend has ever treated me.
Allie once got a $10 Del Taco gift card from a boyfriend for Christmas.
For Christmas, you
This is
guys.
better.
We were actively fucking, and I got a $10
so
gift card for Del
amazing.
Taco. Oh my God! You guys, everyone
you
in
and you and
pajamas
me?
gets a bite of this after.
Oh,
How's
for
that
sure, it's
for?
happening.
You're wearing lion slippers, and I don't know you, but I want to touch you. It's amazing. So midnight
Okay,
snack is
midnight
going to be your fiance's amazing cakes.
Yeah.
Ugly Cakes by McGathy. Hashtag it. It's the best thing ever.
Best.
What about you? Do you have any midnight snacks?
No, for the first time in my life, I turned a container of peanut butter around to look at the nutrition facts, which is
fuck
like
that.
so
No.
not me.
Don't.
And then
No,
I
that's
know,
one that
and
you
then I
don't
was
do.
like,
That's one
Peanut
that
butter's
you don't
not.
do.
I've been living in denial about peanut butter.
So have I.
should.
This
You
is the first
should.
time in my
it's
life.
protein.
Protein.
Peanut butter is
Filling.
one of those things. It's in international waters. Like, don't even. You can't control peanut butter. Just pretend like it's
Like
it's
spoons
a Vegas
of peanut
food.
butter licked clean, or like
Do
Yeah.
you know what? Do you know once my roommates? One of my roommates is here. My old roommate, Sarah, she's in the back. We lived together forever. We've known each other since we were 12, and she is allergic to peanut butter, so I couldn't eat her peanut butter when she was at work, but I did eat the shit out of her soy butter, and I got more and more. I was like, oh, peanut butter, I can't eat you anymore because I love you too much. I'll have almond butter. And then I was like, and then I was on to soy butter.
Is
and
almond
then I was
butter
like,
okay?
I'll fucking eat sunflower butter. I don't care. I was on to like the what do they call that with drugs? Schwag? I don't know. It was like the shittiest where I was just like, I would eat any roommate's butter of any kind.
all right. What's yours, Dan?
I want to be more Wes Anderson-y about my midnight snacks. I don't dip a thing into another thing. I
simple.
don't. No, it's just peanut butter. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like
order a
everyone
pizza
does.
if I was really hungry.
Like a spoon of peanut butter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not above that at all.
No,
Yeah, no, that's and then sometimes if you like dip it in chocolate chips, sometimes
Fuck yeah.
it's like really nice. It's
sometimes
great.
I'll be doing my dishes and I was like, that's weird. I'm only washing spoons, and then I'll be like, oh shit.
It's the best.
shit.
Chunky, salty,
I don't really care. Chunky's great. So non-chunky, creamy. What do they call it?
I like chunky because it makes you think that you're eating something.
Yeah,
instead of
you got
just-
something to chew.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm doing something. Okay, we have another slumber party question.
Go.
I will take. I'll take vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
But I'm always on a diet. I know you can tell by looking at me. I'm always on some diet, and usually it has something to do with carbs. And there's always some goddamn horrible invention at the grocery store that gives you the loophole you need on the label that says like 2 grams of carbs ice cream, and it's like this. That just means that it tastes a little more shitty, and it's like if you bother to look at the thing, it'll say per tablespoon, but it's like, oh no, I found ice cream that I can eat on my diet. Take big scoops of vanilla bean ice cream that claims to be 2 grams of carbs. Put it in a bowl, and then this could use a little something. So you go to the peanut butter, and you just scoop and just all around the rim like margarita salt, the peanut butter. And then I sit and watch Walking Dead and take a little peanut butter, take a little vanilla ice cream, and different combinations. Oh man, I got some heavy PB on that one. I mean, if that's eclectic enough.
Do you know that Trader Joe's now has not just chocolate chips and white chocolate chips, but peanut butter chips?
Oh, fuck them.
And they've
God
been
damn
in
it.
my like cupboard. Like the minute I open them, I know that it's like fucking. It's done. I'm
It's
done.
on?
So I haven't opened them. But
Oh, keep it sealed. Keep it sealed. Keep it a virgin. Can I tell you something also about weird carbs on the back of a label? Is they do this funny thing where there's like maltitol in it, and you're like, oh, I don't think that's a sugar. It's like it's a sugar alcohol, and what that is like a diarrhea factory. It does this thing to your
Alie
intestines.
knows everything about
I
nutrition.
will.
It's
I
crazy.
will. If I see someone being like sugar-free gummy bears, I will pounce on them like a mom, like in an exploding building. to
Didn't
her
you
baby.
say
I'll
the
be like,
Amazon
"Ugh."
reviews? The
Yes,
Amazon
go
reviews.
on. Has anyone seen the Amazon reviews?
Sugar-free gummy bears?
Oh dear! Don't look it up now on your phones because we'll start crying because everyone will be like illuminated and looking at it. But there's a Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. If you look that up, that's like if you have an enemy.
Cancer patients
Order
eat like
this.
2 of them a day because they get constipated.
Yeah.
And like these gummy bears make them not constipated.
If you ever want to
For real.
revenge, just give someone like a gummy bear.
That
and then the
reminds
next thing
me.
you know, it's their life is over.
What's
It's
the
best.
craziest thing you've done in the name of dieting?
Yeah.
Oh, that cabbage soup diet.
Oh,
What's that?
You've never heard of this? No. Where were you in '91, dude?
In rehab, apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
It's
No,
a
really.
great diet. You lose a ton of weight. All you have
What
to
is
do is
cabbage
always
soup?
eat nothing but cabbage soup.
What's cabbage soup?
It's fucking cabbage and hot water and some shit that I'm sorry, put down your cheese sticks for a second and edit this out of the podcast for the listeners at home. But there's only one way to describe it. You go to the bathroom, you stand up, you look into the bowl, and it looks like the Kennedy autopsy.
Don't edit that out. Anyone, Dustin, don't edit that out. That's the most amazing.
I
I've
know,
ever
but the
heard.
most important question is, how do you look? I mean, do you look amazing? Because that's all that matters, right?
And
Yeah,
I
you
guess
lose.
that's no. I mean, you never stick with it long enough to look like anything. It's
That's what I mean.
what are we doing to ourselves?
You're the fartiest person in Fartland.
Well, no, you're like the before picture in the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like you're like, this is my life that sucked when I ate cabbage soup, and now look at me, I own a Willy Wonka factory. That sucks.
That's a
Don't
good
ever
one.
Do it.
Do you have you done all the fad diets and such?
Probably is. Yeah. The one that I haven't ever done is like the grapefruit. Like kind of. I don't like grapefruit.
It's all
People go like,
garbage.
I'm gonna eat a
That
grapefruit
doesn't
all
make
the
any
time.
sense.
Yeah, it's all garbage.
I tried the Kanye and lemon and
Cayenne, Jordan.
Cayenne and
Kanye and lemon. You can eat anything you want, but Kanye comes up on stage and interrupts it. I'm sorry, and he takes it's like, this cake, I love this cake, but I'm sorry. This potato over here deserves your meal.
oh no.
I'm
sorry.
gonna let you finish your panini. However,
And then he's really contrite about it on his Twitter, and everything's fine. It's like, I can't stay
all
mad at
God.
you, and I lost 10 pounds.
the Kanye diet.
Meanwhile, Taylor Swift hangs herself in a hotel room.
Oh my God! Did you see her? The video of her like
like thinking she won.
Who didn't? I know.
It was that Simpsons moment of like you can see the exact moment when her heart breaks.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
God.
Freeze frame that. I love when. Did anyone see did you guys watch the Grammys? Y'all watch that? There's this one moment where Taylor is the only person dancing, and I just feel like she went home, cried, and Googled like how to dance like not a white girl, like immediately, because you're like, what is
she doing? Show us.
No, because number one, I'd have to lose 70 pounds. For a second, I was like, okay, and then I was like, no. It was like stiff as a board in a very tight dress, just a lot of this, and you're like, you're in the front row. Sit down, girl. The Grammy should be renamed Taylor. Just sit down. She's just girl.
In what context was she dancing? Did they have all the Grammy people come up on stage and just dance, and they pan across them, and you can?
How you doing? No,
they pan into the audience when like a band is playing. They're like, she likes Stevie Wonder. See, she's cool. And like, she'll dance and like pretend to be singing along.
I know.
She
was born in like 1997, and she's just never been outside
You're
of like.
Fine. It's fine. You don't have to know this.
I know, but she's really pretty, so
Do they still have the guy come out at the Grammys and yell at everyone for downloading stuff?
No, but I love that guy. I love that guy because you're like, you have
Here
a point.
comes Grandpa Mike.
Listen,
we're trying to work for a living up here. And we all get our statues that are shaped like gramophones because, gramophones are better than Hulu or whatever the hell you're doing. Your bath salts and your Gator.com. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Stop it. It hurts people. Enjoy the Grammys. It just goes away. Like, what the fuck did I do? I'm 38 and I'm watching the Grammys. Like every year, some guy comes out and shakes a cane at me. I'm doing a lot of work watching these fucking awards. People that are just basically,
you're doing a lot of
writers
work
that put a paragraph together, so they bang on a. All right, no.
Typewriter.
It's true. It's 7 hours long, and there's so much LL Cool J, so it does take a little bit of work to chew. It's like chewing through gristle, but at the end, you're like, it's nourishing. This is our our last one. Actually, speaking of
do it. Go.
Speaking of all things 1110011, do you have an internet crush? Do you have someone on the internet
not someone
that you
like not a girl that you like?
Not like someone that you want to bone, but like something that like you're like, oh, I
go to this webpage all the time, like Tom Oatmeal.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Is that your internet crush?
Oatmeal.
That person likes.
Oh, you dated him. She dated him.
What? How
clearly.
did you find
I
that
don't know.
out so
I could
fast?
hear it in her voice.
Did you really date him?
I could hear it in her voice that she dated him. Okay. Well, anyways, so he's funny. If you go there, you get a laugh if you're like in a dark space.
Okay,
right
so
now.
that's your internet crush.
I've confined myself to Twitter as a kind of phantom zone because if I get to speak for more than 140 characters, it ends up in Gawker.
But you dig up the dark shit, though. I feel like you are like the. We're always like, don't look at the comments. Don't look at the comments.
Yeah.
And I feel like you immerse yourself in the comments.
No, I never. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
God, no.
Okay, good.
I saw you yesterday respond to something, and I was like, Dan, don't fucking do it. Like someone's like, why are you only having...
You mean the replies on Twitter?
Yeah,
No,
I just feel like you
fucking
feel it.
A.
You feel it
That's
more
like it's like a CB radio. It's like
I
breaker,
know.
breaker, good buddy. Hey, you're fat and community sucks, and I'm like, hey, fuck you, poop face. And it's like, it makes me feel better. And then because the guy always goes like, fuck you, what are you talking about? I'm not a poop face. Oh, did your season of tweets get a bad review? Shut up, you're a loser for talking to me. You're a celebrity, and you shouldn't be wasting your time on me. Aww.
You love it.
I feel like that's how to do it. If you're going to do it.
Is there anyone that is...
No, I will...
Do you do that to anyone?
I don't
Do
want
you
to
do
encourage
like
anybody
Prince?
to do it because of this, but my favorite thing is for somebody like to start talking shit at me on Twitter, and then I will engage in a 48-hour ritual that ends with them blocking me. They go through all the phases, including like, holy shit, I'm getting a reaction out of this guy, all the way to the end, which is them like, fuck this. I wish I'd never heard of him. It's like, yeah, welcome to the club, Eugene. Now go into the living room and yell at your parents for me. Tell them to raise you.
My brother's
What do you
here.
mean?
My big brother's here, and he was like a computer nerd before that was like a thing, before people had computers. And we used to play like Leisure Suit Larry. You could do like CB radio somehow, and no one ever talked shit on you. And I feel like you would have been like back then, the computer nerds would have been ruined
by life.
Oh, because people are more shit. There's
People
like
are
a
terrible now.
We're evolving toward higher shit talking, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
As a species, I agree with
We
that.
got problems. I don't know what's going to give. I don't know if we're just going to become increasingly jaded or if we're going to have a breaking point where we become, and this might not be any better, where we go all the way to becoming like have some kind of renaissance of like manners or something. Like there'll be some
tends to
explosion
swing.
of
It
like
tends to swing,
propriety
though.
where like the upper classes are like, this is how you behave on the internet. And the government will be like, oh, hell, we can help out with that. What'll help is if you can never be anonymous. That way, then when you're on the internet, you can be announced as you come into a chat room, and it'll always be you, and your financial records will be next to your head.
It's also fun when you It's also fun when you get an email or like some kind of correspondence from someone. And you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do Google search, you fucking asshole, and you find everything they've ever written on any like.
Remember that
board.
time you asked me?
Yes.
Remember that time you asked me?
Dude, Alie used to be a journalist,
Oh,
so she's like
shit, dog.
super good at like finding people and like
so good at stalking.
Like, oh, look at this.
Don't
look
even.
At that. And it's
don't
like,
even.
Can you find this info? Like, I met this dude online. Like, he seems cool. Can you
met a
find his
dude online.
info? And she was like, well.
Hey, wait, you forgot the part where you're like, I think I'm going to fly to New York and touch him next week. And she's like, what can you
That's
find?
not last week. Like,
This
5 years ago.
was years ago, and I was at I was at the LA Times, and I was like, "Give me a minute." We were on G Chat. I was on Deadline. I didn't care, and I was like, "Tippity tappity, tippity tappity," and I get back to her like 20 minutes later with like he uses the term like Blue Monkey 45 online a lot. He posted on some message boards. He really likes Slater Kinney. I don't fucking know. And then also he has a VD, and he may have gotten it from a hooker.
He's a rash.
He posted on a Men's Health forum that he was like, "What's this rash? Is it because I got a shady
obscure name that you would never? Why would he ever think that you would
because
come?
don't use that same name
When you're
on like
commenting on your blog.
oh, I'm on Craigslist looking for
you do
like a
this to me?
Subaru, and also I have a VD." But so he was like, he posted on this Men's Health message board where he's like, "I got this bumpy rash. Is it because I got a shady beach at a rave,
Yes.
or is it because I
Yes.
scrubbed my penis so vigorously that it
After
doesn't
the
have skin
beach.
anymore?" Because I also am super OCD about it. And I was
Anyways,
like,
he's here tonight. No,
"Girl."
I'm just
Anyway, so there.
That'd be great.
And I was like,
you.
warning, do not. She dated him anyway, but it was fine. I mean, for like a minute.
Very nice romance.
For like a minute.
We
For
use
like a
condoms.
minute.
You guys use condoms. Anyways.
But my sister was a reporter, and I had her look up this guy named Jamie once, because Jamie's a guy's name, right?
Want me to hold that for you?
And she got back to me, and she's like, yeah, not a guy. And I was like, what? And but the DMV had misfiled his gender, so all of his records were female. And I was like, and I didn't want to tell my sister, but I was like, I beg to differ.
She's seen his penis. That's what
Anyway,
she means.
didn't work out.
Okay, let's
you
do
guys.
another question.
Okay,
Did we
ready?
Dan, anything to add?
Do you want to get up in this banana pouch? Oh, this is a great one. This is a great one.
Okay.
I mean, this is a staple.
Okay, so we always ask, do you have a ghost story? Because we fucking love ghost stories. Alie believes, I don't believe.
I believe.
Also,
the universe is huge. I believe in ghosts. It's fine.
But here's the thing we never thought of. Like, do you also, if you don't have a ghost story, do you have an alien story? Because I believe in aliens, and she doesn't.
I love that you are like no to ghosts, but like absolutely to
I've seen a ghost. I've never seen an alien.
Exactly.
I believe in aliens.
I don't know, Georgia. I don't know
Dan,
what to tell you.
anything to say either way?
I'm open to ghost talk
Okay.
when it's confined to the human mind as a kind of like
Right.
perception device.
Right.
So like if that guy like ran up and strangled me out of nowhere
That
and no
guy
one stopped him,
Bit.
and I was like, I died being like, what the fuck? Any of you, help me! What the improv is a terrible place to be, and I'm dying unjustly. And then I just die.
You're talking about energy.
I believe. Well, I don't believe, but I will. I think that like when Einstein was a kid.
Born to the mustache.
Like people
Clearly.
explained all the inconsistencies about the speed of light by saying that there was a thing called the ether, and it was just a thing they made up to explain like the weird things about the speed of light and stuff. Until Einstein finally said, "You know what? I'm not going to accept that." Blah blah blah. So the only point being that when it comes to paranormal phenomenon, I a little bit of an open mind in regards to the fact that like humanity is constantly discovering that it
That's my
can't like
point. We
sense
don't know
certain
shit
stuff
about anything.
So if that guy strangled me and I was like, "Fuck you," and then 2 days later, or 20 years later, or 200 years later, if somebody's vacuuming in here, like, is there a smear across time because my emotional energies?
But what is that? Is that has that anything to do with
it's
you?
It's a temporal pheromone.
Is that you in any way at all, though?
No, I don't. Well, that's where I draw the line.
Well, that's the thing,
I find it hard to believe that
You're
when you
gone.
die, you're a dude.
Well, here's how.
And like if you're in the Revolutionary War, you're like wearing your costume
not
from the
the dude.
war, but you're hanging out and like
You're not
and going
the
like, "Hey, my name's Kevin." Like I don't. And I'm doing different stuff. I'm dead now, but whoa, I'll have that
ghosty
glass. I'm gonna
is
jiggle it.
Ghosty people are like it's not like a band playing in a room. It's a cassette recording of a
Right.
band playing in the room. So let's say that you had like a boombox. I don't know if anyone here knows what cassettes are. Hey, but like you were to play that, and then you're like, I hear the music, or I see a man in pantaloons walking by with a gun
Right.
with no head, but like that would be the equivalent of like playing a cassette tape. It's not the band playing, but it's an imprint on the dimensions. And I'm
Somehow.
like, I kind of am like, sure, because we don't know shit. Are you
Why
kidding?
we choose to imprint our clothes too?
Well,
why
that
we're
I
not
don't
always
know.
naked or a floating head? I don't know.
Or your inner ear is having issues that day because you got water in your ear and you're seeing things
Sure.
because it fucks with your senses.
What the fuck did you
And
get
you're
water
like,
in your
"That's
ear
a
for?
ghost. I can take a
What were you
shower."
doing? Well, who gets that much water in their ear where they hallucinate? Like you're showering wrong.
She was swimming in absinthe. It's not.
Listen, it's just an LSD shower. It's
No big
fine.
deal. Wait, so have you ever seen a ghost?
Well, I see you. I think everybody sees shit out of the corner of their eye sometimes.
Like
that
ghosts? Like not me.
Like I in my old apartment in Las Feliz, I would like if I was in the bathroom, I would just like sometimes you just like there's a person like a kind of you think peripherally and you're like
on more
and your
convincing.
adrenaline surges and you're like and then it's gone as soon as you look directly over there, but you swear to God there was like a person.
What did you see?
I saw that the other day too. I see
Wait,
that.
what? Hold on, you first. What did you see in your bathroom? And was there a toilet paper roll involved?
I don't know if I was projecting the hitchhiker that I killed and didn't tell anybody about onto the shape of the person.
Hey.
Oh no, he's not. But no, I don't know. It's peripheral vision. You know, it's like you sense that somebody's over there, and then but then when you look and there's nothing there. I think that's probably equivalent to deja vu or any kind of like.
You know when your
shit in
brain,
eye.
you know when you look over here and you like go to look over here really quick, your brain fills in this part because
Yeah.
you can't, your eyeballs can't
you
keep
can't
up
process
with
that.
this shit.
I have friends that like my friend Rob Schraub. He moved into an apartment that our mutual friend Jeff Davis used to live
that
in.
house is haunted for sure. We've
Oh
been
wait,
there.
Rob
Yeah.
Schraub's?
Kate's.
Oh
Kate
yeah,
Florian's
that's
place.
haunted.
We've had her on the
I can tell
podcast.
by the carpets.
So Rob tells these stories about how like he was when he was living there alone, like there would the door would open and then there's someone coming up into his ear and going like, "Get out of here."
I like that.
But he might have made that up during a slow
That's
week
okay.
and then slowly thought that it was true. I don't know.
Yeah, he seems like an easily excited. He likes old weird movies. I feel like he's like really like excitable. You know.
Yeah, if you haven't. Why? What did you see recently that you didn't tell me
I was
about?
looking down the driveway and there was a figure of a human being that wasn't there. I mean,
When was this?
Whatever.
Wait,
like,
I'm sorry. When was this?
Because your brain makes the image of a person because that's what our brains do is they want to, like when we see like in the bathtub and it's like, oh, those look like two eyes and a mouth. Like
Yeah.
Your brain
looks
wants
for
to
faces
see
'cause that's
a
what helps
body
us
and a
live.
face. So if you look down the driveway and you see the ghostly figure of a human being,
How come I have never seen anything? Anything, and I believe in it the most. But like things happen in my apartment sometimes where like things will be locked that I'm like, that's interesting. But I mean, I've never seen anything
it's
before.
all you.
I
It's all
burned
you.
sage though because I was like, oh shit, I hate
I did
sage.
that
Like there's gonna be a ghost. It's like deal breaker.
You should go start going on ghost tours. Every city has one. Aaron and I go.
I went on the one in Boston.
Yeah.
You and Aaron went on
Yeah,
a
because it
ghost
doesn't
tour?
matter if you believe in them or not. You can enjoy them ironically or unironically. It's like
That's
but it's like
cute.
there's like a pamphlet. Every city you go to, there's always a pamphlet that says like ghost tour, and then you call a number and you reserve it, and then it's like we meet at the Improv on Hollywood, and you're like, oh, this is fancy, but then you show up at the Improv and they're like, psst, over here, and like over by the fire hydrant because they're just like a drifter that with a backpack that's like, okay, ready for the ghost tour? Let's go.
You guys, we signed you all up for it. A ghost tour. Let's all go to
we went on one in Asheville, North Carolina.
That's a good one.
Where the lady had ghost tools for everybody, but they were all different.
Fuck is a ghost tool?
So some people got like some like a kind of EKG thing that was like very Egon, and some people got thermometers that were like laser thermometers because you could look for cold spots. And one guy, because it was me, Aaron, and another couple, and the boyfriend of the other couple got dowsing rods. He got two sticks.
What's a dowsing rod?
They're so great. You
What
can
are
make
they?
them out of wire
So
hangers.
he had to walk around Asheville all night, like, and you could kind of tell that she was definitely more into ghosts and that he was more into company,
Are either you like if you met a girl like is Erin really into ghosts or she's like the same page as you?
I think we're probably on the same page.
So she was like, I super believe in them and like freaked out about it. Is it like a deal breaker? Or are you just like, okay, let's do this?
Yeah, her brain shape is so similar to mine that if she were doing something like that, it would be for
off.
a good reason.
Oh, okay.
It would be off.
I don't know.
No, it would be
Break
because
up with everyone.
like the bathtub
Great.
would have to fill with blood or something, and like she would have to like and then
didn't mean
if
break up,
it
Aaron.
did and she said it did and that therefore she really believed in ghosts.
So
then
what
I
you're
would-
saying is you trust her intellect or something, which is, I guess, important in a relationship.
And then like break up with everyone immediately.
No,
because
you would
it's
have to be
terrifying.
on the same page. Like, you can't date someone that you're like, oh, you're a dummy, but you're so cute. Like, you probably can't. That's probably not going to last. So they have to have the
Definitely,
same
like,
amount
there's
of
some
skepticism.
incompatible stuff. Like she believes in romantic comedies,
No. Oh, we all
which
do.
I don't believe.
believe in them? I'm the biggest skeptic, and I hate everything, and
everyone's
it's
like,
true.
nope. No,
You
I
guys,
think as soon as I hate a guy, I was like, we'll end up married. I was like, you're the worst person. Just watch.
I feel like
Give me an hour and a half.
One day I'm going to trip and fall headfirst into some fucking idiot.
I
who
know.
I've
There's going to be
married.
a farmer's market. There's going to be a mishap. I don't know. I'm
It's
just
gonna
thinking
be
of J-Lo
so
movies
cute.
right now.
If
My
you mapped
boyfriend's
out
here,
our
by the way.
brains, it would look like
Yeah.
a Rorschach thing with a lot of overlapping organic stuff, but it would look like a panda head, and then there would be these ears that were those far apart as anything can get on the thing, and one would be like, I like as long as there's a monster or a robot in it, and I don't care. And then the other one would be like, hey, I want to watch Paul Rudd accidentally nail somebody again. Like and like never the twain shall meet. Like we just have to indulge each other. Like I have to go, okay, we're watching one of your movies, and sometimes I'll
That
find that they're
kills
good.
me.
Like
what?
Well,
I hate being like, oh my god, you have to see this thing. I love this thing. It means so much to me. And I'm like, okay.
Can I do it? Wait, can I stop everything and do something? Hold on.
I thought that.
Can we talk about this right now?
What's happening?
Your hair, it's so bad. It's the best. Your hair is doing this thing that's like, hey. It's like,
My mom is falling asleep in the corner. Everyone
no,
look at my mom.
it was just her. Did you guys see the bangs? Did you see that? Did everyone see that? I didn't see because it wasn't on my side, but it's the cutest. Anyway,
I was okay with 27 dresses. I thought that was
27
serious?
dresses. Oh dear.
Katherine Heigl, you're cool with her?
Oh, was that Katherine Heigl? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I just it didn't shake me. A lot of rom-coms are based on cheating. I really I don't know. Is
There's
that
got to be a cat in the first act, but also, where is Katherine Heigl? I feel like she's in a bunker in Budapest where she's like, "Fuck you! I got a couple kids.
Let's have
so
her
many
on this
residual
show.
checks." No, I think she doesn't want any of it.
I think she has
she's
an
like,
adopted kid too. Right?
Yeah, I know. She's like, I don't need you.
I got the money. I'm done.
I know.
Later days. Is
Should
that
we
what
have people
do?
send up their fucks that? We forgot to ask you
yeah.
guys for your fuck. Who wrote out a fuck that?
Or a thing you learned this week? Awesome.
Bring it on. Pass them up, you guys. This is who's been to Catholic church? This is where they pass the hat, and you're like, here's $1. Here's $1 for making me hate myself, you fucking jerks. I know. I went to Catholic church so many
Oh
times.
my god,
and
you guys are you guys are in pajamas. I love you guys so much.
we're
for
gonna
doing
read some
that.
fuck that's. Before Dan, this gives you some time to come up with some fuck that's, some things that you love.
I feel like we should.
So much. Secretly, no one knows this but us, but fuck that
What?
means we're closing up the show.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Dustin, will you flash us
9.
when we need to do fuck
it's
that?
like it's 9ish.
Do we need to do fuck that? Oh.
Okay, it's because we got a lot of shit to fuck, you guys. It's all good. By the way, I'm really glad my mom's not here. Sorry. I say fuck a lot. I'm so sorry. Okay, ready?
Okay, you do. Mommy, my dad's here too. Dad,
It's all good. Do you guys want to know my fuck that's? We'll start.
there's my
George's-
dad.
Hey.
We
Georgia's
hate
gonna
each other. It's fine.
No. she's
Anyways.
wonderful. Georgia's gonna vet these. God,
Okay, go.
I'm worried about saying this thing I hate because I'm afraid that someone has a gun. But
Oh God.
I'm Dan. You promise we're gonna be friends after this. I don't know how you feel about the thing I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you going to call black people Jimmies?
No.
Because I'm not cool with that. No matter how naive or innocent it is, I think that's fucking horrible. You don't sprinkle them on the...
I read a dialect article. I did not know that that's what that meant.
I just learned that a couple weeks. You have to be in a writer's room with like 13 like jaded writers, and 8 of them have to be from Harvard. Like like you learn weird
What
shit.
are Harvard people like? Are they? I feel like they're
Smarmy.
just. Oh Jesus!
And then Yale people are like, well, at least I'm not from Harvard. And like, fuck you, you still smarmy.
Well, I just
I made
out.
myself out of dirt without permission.
So did we. Except.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We were talking about.
I dropped out of college. You know why? Too many college people there.
Did you really drop out?
That makes me
Wanted
feel-
to test the theory that it didn't mean shit.
Now, I always feel guilty that, like, I went to, like, community colleges. Like, oh, okay, I guess this is what's next, and like never finish. And people are like, what do you do? Because that's like, what do you do for a living? Because that's what people ask in LA.
In that voice.
And what do you do for a living? You fucking asshole. And I don't. And I'm like, well, I have all these things, and I have to like explain all these things that I have. But none of them are a college degree.
Oh, yeah, who cares?
Do people judge you? What do you like? Are they judging
What?
us?
Oh yeah, constantly. Gawker and Defamer are like, plus he doesn't have a college degree. No, they're like, he's fat and gross and
I
he's an
did
asshole.
go to I did go to LACC where Community is filmed, right?
Yeah. That's the thing about
I'm basically on Community.
Yeah.
Because the one thing about college that every time, because I dropped out, every time I drive past any campus, I would feel this sort of like wistful like absence. You know, I would be like, I missed out on something that a lot of people. But guess what? Community college, it is all the shit that you. There is nothing about the expensive colleges that fills that void. It's being on these big grassy campuses and the books and learning shit that you want to learn. You can do it for like $30.
Yeah, there's some
both my
shitty
siblings
networking
got
that
really
you miss
great,
on.
degrees on like online and on community college campuses.
I mean, I think
Fuck
the
it.
biggest thing
Fuck
is
that,
to be
you guys.
totally super earnest is like as long as you care about what you are studying and you have like a passion towards some goal, but you can go to the best college and then be like, oh no, I studied communications, and then you still live with your parents.
Oh
And
my
then
God,
you suck.
sorry.
So-
You guys, Alie and Georgia at gmail.com. If you
I
study
know.
communications.
Just
so
all
sorry.
I'm saying is that if you love something, then study it and do your best at it. If you drop out and still work hard, it's fine. But fuck that.
Okay.
Did we
Wait,
start- what's going
wait.
on?
What was my? Oh, my fuck that I was afraid someone's gonna kill me for is that I watched the first episode of True Detective and I hated it so much.
But the ladies? Oh no!
I hated it so much.
Do you
I
guys
think
watch?
I
So
hated
I'm obsessed with.
Did you
like,
watch it?
True
No, I
crime.
haven't seen it.
Oh Jesus! It's the one with like Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey
Oh.
and someone had it. Everyone has toupees.
Oh no, I was thinking
Lip
of
gloss.
something else. I don't care.
No, it's like this thing. I think
I
it's
don't
on
give a shit.
It's on like a channel that's cable, and everyone's like, "I'm obsessed with the show." But
Pass.
it's just
Fuck you.
two fucking guys, two actors from Texas in windbreakers with like a sepia tone.
Enough.
I didn't like
Enough.
it, and there's the only women in it is like one lady offers someone coffee, and another
Can I
is a
get
dead
some
prostitute.
coffee?
And I was like, and I watched it in a room full of people, and I was like, does anyone else want to stab themselves in the face? And they were like, it's deep, y'all. And I was like, fuck this show. I hate it. And I never watched another one. So Alie and Georgia at gmail.com. Send me. a
I
knife.
agree. I haven't even seen it, but
Boring.
it sounds terrible.
I cannot handle like an anorexic Matthew McConaughey staring out a cruiser window talking about the universe. I'm like, fuck yourself, go surfing. I hate you. I only want to see you and in touch when I'm getting a manicure twice a year. Other than that, you can fuck off. Anyway, what's yours?
I don't care. I'm on board. I support you in that 100%. When my fuck that is, oh my God, it's blank. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Finding cute and comfortable pajamas is fucking impossible.
Yeah, it is.
This is just a thing
Says
that...
everyone in pajamas. You can
know?
either get whore pajamas or you can get grandpa pajamas.
Yes,
There's no
pick
middle ground.
one.
I'm wearing whore pajamas. To be honest.
I'm wearing grandpa grandpa ones and an old T-shirt.
You're wearing whore pajamas.
I nailed it.
You are looking slutty.
Oh, I thought I was threading that needle. What I really like about these is how they intersect at cute and comfortable.
This literally has there's Velcro.
And then underneath my
amazing.
He's got a butt flap.
I think we should
orca
make a line of slumber party pajamas.
Oh, yeah. Anyone want to finance that?
Boom.
All of you?
Boom.
Great. Alie and Georgia at gmail.com.
What do you hate? Did we do love yet?
Yeah, let's start with hate.
Okay, what do you hate?
Hate? I hate the new millennial outrage culture. I hate I hate everyone having a blog where that does nothing but complain about the things that offend them as a course to identity. And I'm not saying I did anything noble when I was 20. I'm only saying that the problem is that we have a bunch of people who are using the internet, which is one of the freest, most establishment-threatening tools you could ever invent. To do nothing but say exactly what the Pentagon and Snickers would say, which is let's all be careful how we talk. And here's how I was offended today. Now, if you're offended by stuff and then you go out and do stuff, I think that's fantastic. Or if you even write something compelling that comes from inside you. But if you're simply reacting to things and then you grow from 20 to 40 and that's all you've done. Let my ghost say shame on you after that guy strangles me.
That's a great one.
I agree. This week I actually went back and looked at blogs I used to read when I had a desk job and that I loved, and they were made me have a blog too that I just can't write it anymore.
Yeah.
And they were doing the same fucking thing that they had done 4 or 5 years ago, and it's just exhausting.
So you're saying
think
haters.
about what you're doing when you're turning on your television as if it's a faucet or a gas vent or something. We all have gas vents, right? A heating vent or something like that. It's a public utility that comes into your home. And then you're tasting the flavor, and then all you're doing is getting out a legal pad. This is what we used to do in the 80s. You would get out a legal pad and write to TV Guide and say, I watched Dallas last night, and I think it's sad that extra white people are mean to slightly less white people. I'm terribly excited that there's still no black people on TV. Signed, white person in Austin. We always consume things through our sort of outrage and all these things, but when you're doing that, if you don't add anything to that, you're worshiping a culture of magic tricks. People can't the idea of politeness and ceremony and abracadabra, but go on the left on this side, go on the right on this side. It's all courteous and all of these things. There's ways in that ritual for really, really bad people to capitalize.
You're saying it's more reactionary than creative, and that's a shitty direction we're going.
I read something that was
I'm just sad to see that be a youth thing. When instead of getting out a skateboard and trying to destroy your own body. I'm distressed when I see, and I think what it is just it's probably always been the same thing, but now because of the internet, you can peer into the diaries of people who are more emotionally driven and stuff like that.
That's great.
I'm probably just being a curmudgeon, but you had to look out your window to see young people at a certain point, and if you were looking out your window, the young people were bashing their brains on bricks, which felt healthier to me.
I agree with
that's
that.
a better way to get back at the government.
I read some feminist thing that was innocence in women is a thing that is keeping us down because innocence is childlike, and to not have a grown-up point of view and to not be innocent is to be a human.
Do you know what the term of that is? The biological term for that is neoteny. I'm going to drop some knowledge. It's called neoteny in animals, and neoteny is taking childlike traits and carrying them into adulthood, which is how we domesticated wolves into dogs that are fucking adorable, and they're just pet me, I love you.
There's species of frogs that keep their tadpole tail because they live in rivers that have a strong current.
Wow.
So there you go. So neoteny and chicks.
And also, everyone in this room is a primate that retained the childlike characteristics of curiosity and a giant brain that always is exploring things.
Good job,
we
you guys.
chose the path of neoteny over other primates, and they're all going extinct because we have Ben Franklin and we play for our entire life. You're an 80-year-old primate,
encouraging.
and you're just fucking around
I'm
like
gonna go
a
ahead
kitten.
and let these two
Yeah.
have a thing.
No, it's encouraging because in the middle of my weird diatribe about neoteny, I realized that I was in fucking pajamas in front of strangers, and I was like, I'm an asshole.
Okay, Dan, what do you love so much? No, well, let's let Dan go last.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what do you
love
Mine
so
is
much?
so fucking stupid.
No, I said one of my. I didn't even say one of my things. It was, go for
Mine's
it.
so dumb. I like getting my hair washed by other people.
That's wonderful.
When I go to get my hair cut, I got my hair cut today. Peter at Shag in Silver Lake. You guys go to him.
Oh, he's so good.
I love when someone else washes my fucking hair.
Do you tip him?
I don't know. That's the thing. Okay,
yeah, you
I know
do,
you're supposed
do.
to like slip him a 5, but then I overtip my hairdresser to be like, just fucking tip her.
I don't know how that works.
And I did it for. I actually washed hair in my when I was like 20 for 3 days.
Really?
And got everyone I made everyone blind because I just
Oh,
shampooed
dear.
their eyeballs. And
You go to
some
places
dude-
where there's different people. It's like a pit crew.
No, I go to a place where there's this really sweet girl every time, but so I overtip my hairdresser to be like, please tip her for me so I don't have to
But
slip her.
there's a different person. I've never. There's
Yeah.
always been one person that leads me through this gauntlet of.
Right.
Okay, you're a filthy pig. So first we do this. Now, talk to me about hair, you ogre. I want it shorter. Yeah, figured that.
Yeah. But how nice is it when they're like the back of your scalp?
But you go to a place that's so sophisticated that there's a
No.
lady that cuts your hair, and then there's like a blind girl with a shoe shine box in the corner and a cane, and she only does the washing. It's like, oh, Marie.
I feel like it's almost like I feel like it's a trick though, because I feel like he's sitting on his chair when I get my hair. Like he could wash my hair easily.
No, he doesn't want to deal
It's
with
a
that.
fucking status thing.
There needs to be an Uber for these hair people.
I know.
Okay,
4 stars. Wash it. If you're gonna cut it,
Yeah.
wash it.
Wash it, everyone.
You gotta rate that shit. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go.
Oh God! Okay. Can I have 2 things? One is quick. One is this app called Genius Scan. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but you can make a PDF with your phone. So if you're like,
Oh,
shit, I
yeah.
gotta scan something. I gotta fax you something. Fax you. I don't
Nobody
do
does
that.
that here.
There's
Fine.
this app I just found out about today where if say you have legal contracts that you want to send from somewhere that's not an office, you can just do that and then be like, ding.
You're
so
dying, you're dying
I
out
was.
here.
I'm sorry.
What's
It's
the next one?
exciting. Someone out there, one of you people are gonna be like, I gotta PDF this shit, and then you're gonna be like Genius Scan. So I found that out today.
What's your other one?
My other one is stupid and it's sappy. It is personal, but I
talking to this drink like it was my microphone.
God. Okay, this is kind of a personal one, and it's kind of sappy.
Go.
Okay, so I kind of figured out how you forgive people, and I didn't know how you did that for a long time. Everyone's like, you should forgive people that have done shitty stuff to you, and you're like, okay, I hate you. And I didn't understand how to do that for a long time, and then I had this thing that clicked where I was like, oh, if you haven't forgave them, that means they still are hurting you somehow, because they did something that hurt you. And if they did something that hurt you, no, it's not you.
Oh,
it was about an ex.
I was ready for the
No. And I was like, and then I proposed to you, and everyone's like, weird.
We're not gay. We're not gay.
No, we're not.
Not gay.
But so if you're still mad at them, it's because they still hurt you, and if they still hurt you, it's still because you believe what they did was kind of weirdly justified because you feel like you're a piece of shit. So if you're like, oh, actually, I can forgive you for this shitty thing you did because I don't think it reflects on how shitty I am, then you can kind of forgive them, and then you're like, ding, and that's what I fucking learned. So it's really sappy.
How did you apply that to your life?
Well, okay, I had an ex who hurt me a whole bunch because he was maybe not the best boyfriend at the time, and I was like, maybe that means because I'm I'm not good enough. And then I realized no, I'm fine, I'm great. I was great, and I shouldn't be hurt by this thing he did because it doesn't actually reflect on my greatness or my non-greatness. He just did a thing that was his own thing, and then I was like, okay, I forgive you.
It's because of the,
Is that weird?
the
Is that
20-something years of
embarrassing?
his own life that happened to him already.
Sure.
that he's just bringing into your life.
But it was
nothing to do with you.
But it was a general thing, and I was
love
like,
it.
if someone cuts you off because they make you feel like you're driving too slow, and you're like, fuck you, I hate you. You're like, you know what? I'm driving the speed limit, bro. So
Yeah.
that's your deal. And then you're like, oh, I'm not mad at you anymore.
Allie, you guys, I love that.
I'm just saying, it's like a thing, though. It's a thing that I'm like, all right.
I love it, Allie.
But that's
All right, fuck
if
that.
you make it your business to be in harmony with all the people, then that's
Harmony.
definitely the you turn you're acquiescent and then That's good. But what if your job is to punish and modify people's behavior?
What job do you have?
What if people who do shit you don't like, you want them to either change or fuck off? What if every time they come near you, you're like, oh, hey, you're the guy that always does that thing. I remember that thing you do. Have you stopped doing that yet?
You figure out why
no,
he
I
does
haven't.
it.
Like,
Why do you
you're
do
a
it?
fucking dick, and you just fucking... And that guy either goes away or he changes, and if he changes, you win.
No. All you can do is modify your reaction. You can modify your reaction to it so that it doesn't... You don't take it with you into
This
your
sounds
life.
healthier. I got an ulcer just saying what I said.
I have been to therapy for 20 fucking years. Thanks, Mom.
This is like
Well, me neither, but only because therapists are one of the many people I seek to punish. I don't like that behavior. I sit in a chair and you charge me money to tell me that what I do is fucked up.
Like, all you can do in your entire life is change your reaction. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. And then if someone does something shitty, you feel bad for them because that means they probably feel super shitty. And then you're just like, oh, things don't bother me as much. So that's like a good thing to be like, oh, I'd slow bone that feeling.
Slow bone.
I would slow jam on a big pile of forgiveness, wouldn't we all? I mean,
it's cotton balls and it's toilet paper rolls. And
sure, I would get sweaty with it. So then, what's the thing that you love so much? Should we say that you would just get down with?
The rumors of the giant iPhone.
What's that?
The 6?
I don't know what that is.
Sex the 6, dude. When is it out? It's supposed to be June.
I don't know. It's kind of confirmed. Like they're gonna make giant iPhones.
Isn't that called an iPad?
It's called an iPad.
Well, it's called an iPad that you could talk into. Not that you would. I would see. This is the thing that I said about the iPad Mini. If you could use it as a phone, then I would get rid of my phone. But no, I'm not going to hold an iPad Mini up to my ear like a Lily Tomlin prop.
Who holds a phone?
I don't talk on the phone anymore. I only text. And I've almost completely eliminated the use of